We are live.
We are live, but we won't start the book till 3:30.
It is 3:30. We're live.
Oh wait, I got 3:26.
Yeah, that clock is smart.
We're slow on that clock.
I've reset it a number of times, and it falls behind pretty quick. Not a great
Like
clock.
that already. All right, my name is Lee Furseth from the Headwaters Science Center in Bemidji, Minnesota. Here's what's special about today. Of course, Orion being read to is special. I get that. But that's not the only thing that's special. Today we actually have an audience. Okay, they're listeners to the story as well as Orion. So Orion's going to get a book, and so will you. In fact, there's 3 books today. And we do this every single day, 3:30. It goes out on Twitch TV, it goes out on Facebook, go to our page. It goes out on YouTube, go to our page. And then you could watch. And this one's live, so right now there are people who could tune in and say something about the book or something about the reader or something about anything, and that would be true. And then it gets archived. So if you want to go see today, you could go watch it again, whatever. So we're open 7 days a week. That's new news to some of you listening out there. 7 days a week we're open. Monday through Saturday, 9:30 to 5 o'clock. Sundays, it's from 1 to 5. 7 days a week. You don't have to say to yourself anymore, which day can we go to the Science Center? That would be every day. You could go to the Science Center every day. So we're open every single day. We open at 9:30, except on Sundays, when we open at 1. Thank you very much to Beltrami Electric Cooperative. They underwrote the show. That means they help finance the costs of doing the show to you. Thank you very much. And I don't have my mask on today. I'm fully vaccinated and feel very safe. So today I'm not wearing a mask, which makes the stories that much better. So I picked 3 of them. Orion, a leaf can be. Are there any large carnivores? Why would he be worried about large carnivores? What do carnivores eat? That would be lots of stuff that's smaller than them, including bunny rabbits. So he requested, when we started this 6 months ago, he said, all right, but no large carnivores. Yes, I have read some books about large carnivores, but I haven't read any wolves stories or fox stories, so I've stayed away from those that you're worried about the most. And yes, there could be a bunny. Those are his favorite stories. Bunny rabbits, by far, his favorite stories. I don't think there's any bunny in this one. A life can be. A leaf is a leaf. He bursts out each spring when sunny days linger and orioles sing. Oh, I think we have a poem. Could this entire book be poetry? One of my favorite kind of books, poetry. What happens when you're reading poetry is your head starts going faster than the book and you begin to predict the last word. Let's try it. A leaf is a leaf, it bursts out each spring when sunny days linger and orioles sing. A leaf can be a soft cradle, water, rhymes with cradle. Ladle. Had to rhyme with cradle. Ladle. Sun taker. Food. Taker. Food.
Say it loud and proud. Confidently.
Maker. Yeah, you get to be on the show if you say it. Tree topper. Rain. Stopper. Yeah, it's kind of acting like an umbrella. Skin, welter, bat, shelter, shade, spiller, mouth, filler. Very nicely done. See, this poetry stuff really works.
Pictures are a good hint, too.
One of the other books has a giraffe in it. Giraffes are not large carnivores. They are large, but they're not carnivores. They're not the least bit interested in eating a bunny. Air cleaner, earth greener. A leaf is a leaf, a bit of a tree, but when cool days come chasing, It also can be a wind rider, lake glider, pile grower, hill, all right, glower.
Slower.
Yeah, it could have been hill slower. Frost catcher, moth, matcher.
Oh, like camouflage.
Are we doing that? Camouflage?
Yep.
Fine healer, snake concealer, snake concealer. This was all about camouflage. Good point. Ground warmer, nest former, warmer, former. I wouldn't have said those rhyme. You know, every once in a while you're reading a book and maybe the writer wasn't from northern Minnesota, and you get these words that you go, wait, that one doesn't rhyme, and then you go, well, maybe it does rhyme if you're wherever the author lives. A leaf is a leaf, a bit of a tree. Now go and discover what else it can be. Very good. The next book does have a giraffe in it. By the way, these are all at the Bemidji Public Library. You could go get them as soon as I can get them back to there. The Amazing Numbers in Animal Life. The Amazing Numbers in Animal Lives Lifetime. So this author decided to count the number in an animal's lifetime. Some obscure facts, or maybe not so obscure facts, about the numbers in animals. Now that I've told you all of that, maybe I can just move right on to the story. This author's saying, I went and I counted the number in an animal's lifetime, and then I averaged them all out, and here they come. That's what you did. This would be a she. That's what she did. In one lifetime, this spider will spin one papery egg sac. Fragile, don't touch. In one lifetime, this caribou will grow and shed 10 sets of antlers. 10 sets of antlers. In one lifetime, this alpaca will grow 20 different fleeces. Never chilly, this warm coat. So this alpaca will grow the equivalent of 10 fleeces. In one lifetime, this woodpecker will drill 30 roosting holes in the woods. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. You know, I thought that number was really small.
Well, they're roosting holes. They're not just pecking holes. So
Okay.
holes they live in.
All right, so what you're saying, although you could say it yourself, is maybe they only drill one each year?
I don't know how long they live. I don't know if they live to be 30. I don't know. How long does a woodpecker live?
In one lifetime, this rattlesnake will add 40 beads to its rattle. If you can hear this rattle, you're too close. 45 years?
4 to 12 years.
Okay. We have from the audience some statistical information.
Larger woodpeckers typically have longer lifespans and they live 20 to 30 years in
Wow.
ideal condition.
Wow. There you are.
Maybe your woodpecker was a big pileated woodpecker that lives to be 30.
What do you think? Is that a pileated woodpecker?
Kind of looks like one.
It looks to be a pileated
I don't know. We don't know how big those trees are.
Yeah. Wow. I'm going to tell you what, it's a lot more fun reading to a live audience. Sorry, Orion, you are alive. You can see how offended he was. He went, what do you mean? I've been here every Wednesday. In one lifetime, this female red kangaroo will give birth to 50... What are kangaroo babies called?
Joey.
Wow. Yeah, way to go. They're called Joeys. And in a lifetime, they'll have 50 Joeys. So many happy birthdays.
There is a bunny in that one. On the right page.
Right there.
We did it.
I suppose that fits because it's Hoppy. Hoppy birthday. All right. In one lifetime, this bottlenose dolphin will use the same 100 teeth to grab food from the sea. The slipperier, the better. How many teeth? 100. Bottlenose dolphins have 100 teeth. Nice listening. Yeah, I think they're counting both top and bottom. I like it when listeners lean that far forward. I'm like, wow, you must really like these illustrations. In one lifetime, this giraffe will grow 200 inches tall. 200 inches tall, wear 200 spots on its body. And just to clarify, that's 100 a side. How many spots? 200. 200 spots on a giraffe's body. In one lifetime, maybe on a couple years. Yeah, it's an alligator. They are large carnivores. In one lifetime, this alligator will build 22 nests, of which they will lay 550 eggs. Whoa. Yeah, very good. In one lifetime, this giant swallowtail will visit 900 flowers. Butterfly? Sweet. In one lifetime, this male seahorse will carry and birth 1,000 teeny weeny, squiggly wiggly baby seahorses. Now, did you hear it correctly?
1,000.
Yeah, but which parent?
Male.
Yes, the male. So the father's in charge of carrying them around.
That's a lot of babies.
That's a lot of babies. In a lifetime. In a lifetime, right? So, not 1,000 in 1 year. All right. I'm not going to read all these words. You want to go to the public library? I've forgotten the audience that's out there. So sorry, I was paying attention to the people that are actually here. You could go get this book from the library, and you can read all about animals and all that sort of stuff. All right. Our last book for today. Tad and Dad. What animal?
A frog.
I think we're with a frog, aren't we? It's going to be a frog. Tad and Dad. This is one of my favorite authors. David Stein. If you went to the public library and you said, oh, I don't really know what I'm going to check out, you could instead go and say, what author do I want to check out? And David Stein, you're going to have fun. You could go and get David Stein books. All right, my dad has big, buggy eyes, strong legs, and a huge mouth. I'm going to spend a little bit of time with the illustrations because he's talking about his dad, but he's that animal.
Yeah, he's little. Little guy.
Tad. You get where the name's coming from?
Tadpole.
Wow, you guys are smart. He sings a loud burp that echoes across the pond, and I love him. There he is.
Look, he have a tongue.
Yeah.
Stick his tongue out.
As soon as I could wiggle, I swam everywhere with my dad. Look at me, Dad. Great swimming, Tad. Dad tried to tuck me in at night, but, splash, I followed him to his bed. Oh yeah, we're going to get into a little bit of behavior here. Dad tucked me. Good night, Tad. And then he goes off to bed, but I followed him to his bed. Why are you in my bed? Said Dad. I wonder if he said it that angry. Maybe he wasn't quite that angry. Maybe he said it like this. Why are you in my bed? Said Dad. So you won't miss me, I said. I went to sleep and dreamt that I could swim as fast as Dad. Do you see him? I mean Tad. Do you see Tad?
Yeah.
He's right here.
He's supposed to be in the water.
I don't think he is in the water. What do you think?
Well, I think Dad's on top of a lily pad right now.
Yeah,
I think he left
so-
the water to...
How did he get up there?
I don't know.
Good point. He can't be in the water if Dad's on the lily pad. But how did he get up there?
I mean, Dad put him up there.
We're analyzing this too closely. And then I grew legs. Surprise, Dad! So that's what was kicking me, says Dad. See the legs?
Oh, so he was standing. He's walking now.
Yeah, he's a frog now.
I'd say here's the water. What do you think?
Yep.
So that's what was kicking me, says Dad. That day I reached new heights. Great hopping, son. Look at me, Dad. Sorry, I rhymed.
He's jumping. He's walking.
He's jumping. He's a frog. In case you were wondering, that's Elliot. Elliot is a guest here at the Science Center today. Elliot is paying very close attention to the pictures. Dad tried to tuck me in at night, but splash, I followed him to bed. That night I dreamt I was the best jumper in the world, like Dad. And then I grew a big mouth and I could sing, "Good morning, Dad." "Is it morning already?" says Dad. All right, he probably didn't say it that way. It's probably more like this. "Is it morning already?" Right? I'm not sure about you, but that's what my dad would have sounded like at some time early in the morning. That day, the pond was alive with the sound of music made by me and Dad.
Look, his houses. Here, Dad.
They're singing a duet.
And here, oh my God.
Dad tried to tuck me in at night, but splash. "It's me, Tad," I said. That night I dreamt I could sing as loud as Dad. And then I grew really big, and I was very hungry. "Hi, Dad, what's for breakfast?" Oof. What does he mean by oof?
Probably hurts because now that the fry got bigger, he probably weighs more than he did when he was little.
Right. So when he hops on him, he goes, ugh. That day, we helped ourselves to a feast. Look at me, Dad.
What's
Good shot, son. What's happening here?
his tongue is going out?
That's his tongue, yeah. Dad tried to tuck me in at night, but, don't you like it when sentences go to the next page? Wow. Sorry.
He a big one. He a big one now.
Sploosh.
He a big one.
You like it? I'll bring it back to the library. And you can go there and say, "Hey, do you get that book about Tad and Dad?" "Tad," said Dad, "when you jump in my bed, I can't sleep because you're always wiggling and poking and kicking and croaking." "I didn't know that," I said. "Why do you want to sleep in my bed?" said Dad. "Are you just trying to drive me bananas?" What would you say? What would you say about that face?
That he's mad.
Yeah,
at him.
yeah, it looks like a mad face.
Or he's the little ones are scared because his dad might beat him up or something.
Wow. Sorry, that is a very angry looking page. I'm sorry, Dad, but don't worry. I don't want to sleep in your bed anyway, anymore. You... What do you think your
Oh,
dad
we're rhyming
does?
again, aren't we? don't want to sleep in your bed anymore, you... I know my dad does this.
Snore.
Snore! How can I snore when I don't even sleep, said Dad. Good night, Dad, I said. For the first time, I swam away from Dad. Ah, said Dad. Peace at last. Is that good enough? Should we just end it right there?
No.
Peace at last. That's kind of like the end. I tried to go to sleep, but I heard a big hubbub. Someone huge was splashing around. Frog gone it, said a loud voice. Frog gone it, said a loud voice. I couldn't believe it. My eyes. It was Dad. He was wiggling and poking, kicking and croaking. He was splashing around and making a big ruckus. Oh, there's a word for you. Ruckus. Do you have that one in your vocabulary? Ruckus? Like a ruckus is a what?
Like bush, like teeth.
Like a great.
How's a ruckus when you brush your teeth?
Really loud. Is that wrong?
Yes. It's like a crazy get-together ruckus. What's wrong, Dad? I said. I still can't sleep. There's no way I could say those words loud enough. Right? Those are really loud. I think I know what you need, Dad. A little company, I said. Is that better, Dad? Maybe better, he said. Soon Dad was fast asleep. There's the snoring. I was right. I knew he would miss me. Wow. Thanks for joining us today for our 3:30 show. We do this every single day, so there'll be a show tomorrow and Friday and so on and so on and so forth. Say goodbye, Orion. Thanks for being in the audience today.
See you.
This is Elliot.